I just pulled into the disabled parking spot right outside my townhouse, the blue placard dangling proudly from my rear VYEW mirror. Everything was legit paperwork in order, no funny business. I was leaning over to grab my grocery bags from the passenger seat when a sharp rap saw on my window nearly sent my heart through the roof. Standing there was a woman with impeccably styled auburn hair, oversized sunglasses perched on her nose, and a scowl that could curdle milk. I rolled down the window, half expecting a neighborly hello. Instead, she snapped, "You can't park here. These spots are for disabled people only." Her tone dripped with accusation, like I'd just robbed a bank. I pointed to the placard, keeping my voice steady. "I've got a placard. It's registered." She snorted, eyeing me like I was some punk kid. "You don't look disabled. Show me your ID." "Now." I blinked, stunned. "I don't have to show you my ID. The placard's legal." Before I could finish, she whipped out her phone, snapping pictures of my license plate. The placard even saw me "I'm the HOA president," she declared, "and I'm reporting you for fraud. The police are on their way." With that, she stormed off, her heels clicking furiously on the pavement. Welcome to Willow Creek, my so-called idyllic suburban neighborhood. I moved here 6 months ago to care for my mom, Eleanor, who's been battling crippling arthritis for years. The townhouse was perfect, accessible, close to her doctors, and that disabled spot out front, a lifeline for days when she could barely move. The placard was hers, and, as her caregiver, I could legally use it when DRIVYing her. But Willow Creek had a dark side. The Homeowners Association, ruled by Vanessa Hartley, the woman who just ambushed me. Vanessa treated her HOA presidency like she was queen of a tiny empire, and I was about to learn just how far she'd go. From that day on, Vanessa made it her mission to catch me misusing the spot. Every time I parked there, even for a quick moment to help Mom in, or ouched appear like a vengeful ghost, phone in hand, documenting my crimes. One morning, as I unloaded groceries, she sneered, "I've been watching you. You use this spot every day, and I never see anyone disabled. This VYOLAT's HOA rules, and I've filed a complaint." My patience was fraying. "I've told you, Vanessa. My mom lives with me. She's got mobility issues. The placard's hers." Her eyes narrowed. "Then where is she? Prove it." I tried reasoning with her, but it was like talking to a brick wall. Things got worse when she called an HOA board meeting to address my violations. I showed up armed with everything: Mom's placard registration, doctor's notes, photos of us using the spot. But Vanessa had already turned the board against me. They were polite but skeptical, one member muttering about multiple reports of my parking abuse. I slid my documents across the table. "These aren't violations. It's all legal. I'm just helping my mom." Vanessa cut in, her voice icy. "We've never seen this alleged mother. The rules say disabled spots are for disabled people, not for you to use whenever it's convenient." I left with a warning and a sinking feeling that this was personal. The harassment ramped up. Vanessa banged on my car window when I parked, left fake violation notices on my windshield, and even got some neighbors to give me the cold shoulder. Mom noticed the tension and started to shrink into herself. One evening, her voice barely above a whisper, she said, "Maybe we should just use the regular spots, Sarah. It's not worth the trouble." My heart broke. "No way, Mom," I said firmly. "You deserve that spot. We're not doing anything wrong." The breaking point came on a brutal Wednesday afternoon. Mom had a rough rheumatologist appointment. Her pain was through the roof, and they'd tweaked her meds. When we got home, I parked in her spot and helped her out, her cane tapping softly as she winced with every step. Right on cue, Vanessa materialized, phone already recording. "Got you. 4th time this week," she crowed, then froze when she saw Mom, leaning VYLY on her cane. For a split second, I thought she might back off, maybe even apologize. Her mouth opened, then closed, a flicker of guilt, or was it shame, crossing her face. But then she doubled down. "This doesn't prove anything. For all I know, you hired this woman to pose as your mom. That placard's probably fake too." I was speechless, but Mom wasn't. She straightened as much as her joints allowed, her voice steady and sharp, the kind only a 75-year-old former schoolteacher could wield. Young, I've been VYing with rheumatoid arthritis for 20 years. Young lady, and I won't be called a fraud. Vanessa's face turned crimson. The HOA board will hear about this disrespect, she spat, then stomped off. What Vanessa didn't see was our neighbor, Tom, standing nearby with his dog, filming the whole thing. That evening, Tom knocked on our door, phone in hand. I saw how she's been treating you, he said. This isn't right. A few of us have had issues with her, but this is too far. With his VY Deo and my stack of EVY dense of photos, notices, documentation, I filed a harassment complaint with the police and the HOA board, minus Vanessa. I didn't expect what came next. My complaint sparked a bigger investigation. Turns out, Vanessa had been fleecing residents, issuing fake citations on counterfeit HOA letterhead, and pocketing the fines nearly due lot $20,000 over 2 years. The following Monday, as I helped Mom into the car for physical therapy, 3 police cars rolled up to the HOA office. Officers marched in, and 10 minutes later, they came out with Vanessa in handcuffs, her perfect hair a mess. Neighbors gawked as an officer announced, "You're under arrest for harassment, impersonating an official, and embezzlement of HOA funds." Vanessa's eyes locked onto mine in the crowd. For a moment, she looked lost, like she couldn't fathom how her crusade had led here. Then rage took over. "This is Sawyer's fault," she screamed as they shoved her into the patrol car. "You and your fake disability scam." The interim HOA president stopped by that night with a written apology. Vanessa was off the board, and the investigation showed she'd targeted others too, especially the elderly and disabled, who were less likely to fight back. 3 weeks later, at her arraignment, Vanessa faced up to 7 years for embezzlement, plus fines for harassment and fraud. The judge denied bail, citing her pattern of intimidation. As they led her away in an orange jumpsuit, her makeup streaked with tears, she sobbed, "I was just enforcing the rules." Her voice echoed in the silent courtroom, a pathetic plea to no one. Willow Creek felt lighter after that. Mom started smiling again, and neighbors apologized for staying silent. But the questions linger, and I'm curious what you think. Was Vanessa a power-hungry tyrant who got what she deserved, or was she just a misguided rule follower who went too far? Should I have tried harder to de-escalate early on, or was standing my ground the only way to stop her? And what would you have done if you were in my shoes, let the harassment slide, or fight back like I did? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if this story got your blood pumping, and subscribe for more real-life drama. Let's keep this conversation going.